This is 6 News, coverage you can count on.
Thanks for staying with us. I'm Stoker Wieczorek. Labor Day weekend is here and airports nationwide are bracing for a historic number of travelers. Nearly 2.9 million passengers expected to fly today alone. Across all U.S. airports, the TSA is expecting an 8.5% increase in passenger volume compared to last year. The TSA reminds travelers to arrive extra early for domestic and international flights. If you're driving to your destination, prices at the pump may also be more travel friendly. GasBuddy projects a national average of $3.27 for this weekend. That would be about 50 cents cheaper than last Labor Day and the cheapest for the holiday since 2021. According to AAA, domestic travel over the Labor Day weekend is forecasted to be up 9% compared to last year. Hot and sunny now, Tony. How's it looking for later?
We're okay now, Stoker, but tomorrow is a weather-worn day.
Former President Donald Trump is still speaking to a large crowd in Johnstown. Let's join him now.
They don't like to hear about people being cut up. They don't like to hear about MS-13. Have you ever seen MS-13?
As we break away from Donald Trump's rally, we want to let you know we are live streaming the rally on our website right now and on social media pages. Be sure to go to WJACTV.com for the very latest. In the meantime, thousands of people outside of the arena and overflow supporters who wanted to be a part of the rally. Brock Owens has been outside the arena all day talking with supporters and protesters. Brock, what has it been like out there today?
Stoker, first of all, it's been hot.
Meanwhile, we haven't heard of any plans for Vice President Harris to visit our area, but she and President Joe Biden will be in Pittsburgh on Labor Day. This will be their first joint event since Harris accepted the Democratic presidential nomination. A new Real Clear Politics average of polls now has Harris ahead in 3 swing states, Trump ahead in 3 others, and the 2 are tied in Georgia. Harris has polled to a small lead in the blue wall of Wisconsin, Michigan, and Pennsylvania. Trump is ahead in Arizona, Nevada, and North Carolina.
This is 6 News, coverage you can count on.
We apologize for the technical difficulties earlier. We go back to Bailey Wojcik, who has been at the Johnstown airport all day, including when the former president arrived. Bailey Wojcik is live with us now. Bailey, what's it looking like there?
Well, Stoker, despite the amount of excitement that's in the air today, it's actually been a pretty quiet day here at the airport.
Bailey, thanks. Tragedy strikes the National Hockey League. Columbus Blue Jacket star Johnny Gaudreau and his brother have been killed by a suspected drunk driver. The 31-year-old star, known as Johnny Hockey, was cycling with his younger brother Matthew in South New Jersey when they were hit. Police say the driver, identified as Sean Higgins, was trying to pass 2 vehicles when he hit the brothers. Higgins is in custody facing charges of death by auto. Both brothers were New Jersey natives and were in the area to be groomsmen in their sister's wedding. Gaudreau played 11 seasons in the NHL and was a member of Team USA. The FBI failed to report some child sexual abuse allegations to law enforcement or social service agencies. That's according to a new watchdog report just released by the Justice Department. The National Desk's Jeff Harris explains.
In this report, the Inspector General found serious problems.
Mpox vaccines are heading to the Democratic Republic of Congo. The World Health Organization says more than 18,000 suspected cases of Mpox have been reported in the African nation so far this year. More than 600 people have died from it. Cases have also been reported in the Congo's neighboring countries in Africa, along with Sweden and Thailand. The chief of the World Health Organization says it hopes to contain the outbreak in the next 6 months.
The safety and efficacy of vaccines are our highest priority. We will not take shortcuts.
Health officials note that while infections are rising quickly, there have been relatively few deaths in the last few weeks. Price pressures continue to ease, and that's a good sign that the Federal Reserve could be ready to cut interest rates in just a few weeks. Prices rose 0.2% from June to July, according to Commerce Department. Inflation is 2.5% year over year, approaching the Fed's 2% target after inflation peaked to a decade's high 7% in June 2022. The White House is celebrating the news, but acknowledges prices are still too high for most Americans.
We've seen a string of monthly reports now, inflation at 2.5%. That suggests the economy can continue expanding, the employment can continue expanding with low inflation, and that is good news. But the work on lowering costs needs to continue.
The Federal Reserve meets September 17th and 18th. Chair Jerome Powell said last week that the time has come to begin lowering the Fed's key interest rate, currently at 5.3%. Economists expect at least a quarter-point cut. Fisher-Price has recalled about 366,000 toy dumbbells due to a possible choking hazard. The recall involves the plastic dumbbell toy sold with the Fisher-Price Baby Biceps gift set. The gray cap on the dumbbell toy can come off, posing a choking hazard. According to the company, the other toys in the set remain safe. Fisher-Price is offering customers $10 for each toy and recommend that the dumbbell be properly disposed. Log in to cpsc.gov to learn more about the recall. Starbucks confirming a new location is coming to Clearfield County. A spokesperson telling 6 News that their new location will be in Du Bois. They expect the new Starbucks to open in fall of 2025.
This is 6 News, coverage you can count on.
Saturday is Overdose Awareness Day, and those who've struggled with addiction say it's important to stop the stigma. Medical reporter Liz Bonus shares why this could help improve treatment odds.
Hey there, everybody.
We have an update now to the massive recent Boar's Head deli meat recall. Boar's Head recalled 7 million pounds of meat and poultry products on July 30th. This year, USDA officials have logged 69 instances of non-compliance with federal regulations at a Boar's Head plant in Virginia, which has been connected to a deadly listeria outbreak that has claimed 9 lives and hospitalized 57 others. According to the report, the violations at the plant came after instances such as where mold insects and a pool of blood were found in the plant. Operations are currently paused there.
6 News, coverage you can count on, starts now.
Thanks for staying with us. I'm Stoker Wieczorek. Former President Donald Trump is still addressing his supporters inside First Summit Arena in downtown Johnstown. He's been speaking since about 4:45. Let's take a live listen in.
But this guy's a hero?
WJAC is your source for coverage of former President Trump's rally. We are live streaming the rally on our website and social media pages. Be sure to go to WJACTV.com for the very latest. We have team coverage of the former president being in Johnstown. Bailey Wojcik is live outside of the Johnstown airport. But first, let's go to Brock Owens, where thousands of people are outside of the arena. He was talking with supporters and protesters all day. Brock, how's it going out there?
Stoker, it's been high energy around First Summit Arena in downtown Johnstown.
Thank you, Brock. Now let's go over to Bailey Wojcik, who's been at the Johnstown airport all day, including when Trump arrived. Bailey, what's the scene like at the airport right now?
Well, Stoker, it's looking like security is starting to get ready for Trump's return to the airport.
Of course, I could speak all
Bailey,
after.
thanks. Meanwhile, we have not heard of any plans for Vice President Kamala Harris to visit our area. However, she plans on being in Pennsylvania next week. Harris and President Joe Biden will visit Pittsburgh on Labor Day. This will be their first event together since Harris accepted the Democratic presidential nomination. Calm for now, Tony. Here's some storms could be on the way. What are you seeing?
Stoker, tomorrow is a weather-worn day.
Check out this video from last night. Locals in Milheim Center County reporting 3 to 4 inches of rain in a 2-hour span between 8:30 and 10:30. Multiple trees and power lines are down in the Penns Valley area. The power is back on and most roads are now reopened. The man killed on Wednesday in a fiery crash on Interstate 80 in West Jefferson County has been identified. Coroner Brenda Shoemaker says the victim is 30-year-old Amerijan Ibragimov of Bucks County. He was pronounced dead just before 7:45 a.m. Authorities say he was the co-driver of a tractor trailer that was involved in a multiple vehicle crash, which happened just after 6 a.m. and was in the sleeper cabin of the truck when it caught fire. I-80 westbound was closed for an extended period of time between exit 97 and Route 219 Du Bois Brockway and exit 81. State police continue to investigate the crash. Multiple people are injured in Blair County after a multi-vehicle crash on Interstate 99 near Plank Road this morning, according to emergency officials. They say the crash happened around 11 a.m. and involved at least 4 vehicles. Those injured people were taken to a local hospital, and it is unknown at this time the exact number of people injured. Officials say PennDOT is still in the area helping with traffic control. State police are investigating the crash. Up next, the verdict is out for a former State College psychologist who was accused of repeatedly raping a child. We'll tell you what the court decided. Plus, we'll tell you what the travel outlook is looking like for Labor Day weekend.
This is 6 News, coverage you can count on.
The verdict is in for former State College psychologist who was accused of repeatedly raping a child. Richard Lenhart was found guilty on all counts. Lenhart was found guilty of not only raping a child, but also sexual assault and 5 other charges. Police say Lenhart raped a girl for more than a decade, starting when she was less than 8 years old. Lenhart shook his head in denial when the verdict was announced. Here's Lenhart after the guilty verdict.
Please, Gary, I'm innocent. Please have some mercy. I'm an innocent man.
Lenhart was immediately ordered to jail. Sentencing is set for November. A Blair County man is facing charges after he allegedly assaulted a woman late Thursday night. Officials say at about 10:30 p.m., Elliott Creek assaulted the woman at his home along East Hudson Avenue in Altoona. Police say the woman suffered serious injuries during the assault, including multiple lacerations and a brain bleed. Creek is charged with a felony for aggravated assault and misdemeanors for simple assault and disorderly conduct. He's being held in the Blair County Prison.
This is 6 News, coverage you can count on.
This just in, former President Trump just wrapped up his speech at Johnstown's First Summit Arena. Sean Eiler was at the rally and he joins us live now. Sean, what topics did the former president address?
Hey, Stoker, things are wrapping up here inside the War Memorial at First Summit Arena.
Nightly News is up next. We'll see you tonight at 11.